Roblox has been getting slapped by lawsuits, regulations, and a mass exodus of players. But to me, this felt inevitable, because I grew up learning about Aesop's Fables, which predicted Roblox's path through 2 different stories, with a secret third one telling us what's to come. Alright children, the first fable I'm going to read you all is The Tortoise and the Hare, with the tortoise representing Roblox. Let's begin. No, I'm not actually going to read it to you. You aren't a 5-year-old. But you are probably wondering how Roblox could be the cool, triumphant tortoise. I mean, reports indicate that after winning the race, he got tons of babes. Which, considering it's Roblox, actually could be a bit concerning. But it wasn't always that way. I mean, Roblox had relatively humble beginnings. But since this is a video essay, I can't tell you about them without switching to a different camera angle and showing myself sitting down. In 2004, 2 guys created Dynablocks, a platform that gave users the tools to make the games it provides. By the time the game launched in 2006, the name was switched to Roblox, and the 2 guys who made it had one goal: to prove that they knew what the future of gaming looked like. One of these guys, by the way, was the current CEO of Roblox, David Baszucki, who has said some questionable things.
How do you think of the problem of predators on Roblox?
We think of it not necessarily just as a problem, but an opportunity as well.
By 2008, Roblox had completely stopped developing their own games to try to show the power of user-created games. Roblox's team felt like these user-generated experiences were the future of gaming, and we're now closer than ever to proving that by becoming the hottest new kids game. Well, until 2011, when a new game launched that made Roblox almost completely irrelevant. See, Minecraft seemingly came out of nowhere and completely shook up the gaming world as we knew it. It was a beautiful step away from the hyper-realistic, constant action of most games from this time. I could explain what made Minecraft so special, but instead, I'll read you a quote from a 2013 article on Minecraft's success. "Who knows how long it will maintain its underdog status as it marches toward total world domination." Roblox was getting left in the dust. Well, it seemed that way at first. To make the tortoise feel very deeply how ridiculous it was for him to try to race with a hare, he lay down beside the course to take a nap. Suddenly, Minecraft's growth stagnated. A series of bad updates and controversial changes made Minecraft feel foreign, something that only the truly obsessed could stick with. And Fortnite quickly took the world by storm, even getting some of Minecraft's favorite creators to make videos on it.
We're playing Fortnite,
a battle royale.
But this wasn't a threat to Roblox. It was an opportunity. See, game designers on Roblox decided to take what worked from Fortnite and run with it. And what happens when you see all your favorite creators playing Fortnite, but you don't have a system that can run it? Well, you go play a Fortnite clone on Roblox. And when the Fortnite hype dies down, you're just a couple clicks away from millions of other games all inside of Roblox. Players just kept coming back and bringing their friends to play their favorite games with them. And the games that caused this excitement weren't rot, they were legitimate passion projects of young up-and-coming developers. Roblox was about to easily win the race. Until 2019. PewDiePie began a Minecraft playthrough that single-handedly revived the game. And suddenly, millions who hadn't touched the game in years went and dusted off their Minecraft launchers and booted up. When at last he did wake up, the hare now ran his swiftest, but he could not overtake the tortoise in time. For now, it's time for our second fable, The Goose That Laid Golden Eggs, with the farmer representing Roblox. The thing that gave Roblox its initial success wasn't the slop we're all familiar with. It was the games that were truly made with passion. Renowned Roblox developer Jandel saw a lot of success around this time, with one of his games reaching over 40 million plays, a game that he developed in his basement in a span of about 3 weeks. And he isn't the only one. Tons of aspiring game developers finally had the means and motivation to actually get their passion projects in front of players. But some bad actors had different intentions. See, at the time, Roblox's discovery system primarily pushed the games with the largest player counts, which meant bad actors began producing clickbait games in order to farm total plays. And Roblox actually countered this in 2021 with a change to the discovery system. It now prioritized player retention, or how long people actually stayed in games. But that's not all it prioritized. The farmer grew impatient with the goose. He was not getting rich fast enough. Alongside prioritizing retention, Roblox began prioritizing monetization and engagement, which began the race to the bottom. Now, children, what do we think that the golden eggs are in this situation? Yes, you in the back.
It's the players.
Precisely, yes, you all. But more specifically, the players' excitement, you guys' desire to actually play the game. Suddenly, the most popular games weren't passion projects, they were algorithm fodder. Engagement bait and time-locked grinds suddenly consumed kids' brain power. Pay-to-play games of chance, or literal gambling, became a part of every experience. And kids are inefficient at grinds and don't really have a bunch of disposable income to spend on in-game items. But adults don't have those problems. So imagine you're a kid and you're given a bunch of neat items by someone you assume is also a kid. Well, you start to trust that person. Now also imagine these are the only types of games being suggested to players. Well, suddenly, the almost 150 lawsuits make a lot more sense. But grooming aside, Roblox made a system that rewards getting kids addicted. When the deed was done, not a single golden egg was found, and his precious goose was dead. They don't play because they want to, they play because they don't feel like they have any other choice. They play without ever asking if it's even fun anymore. Alright, our third and final fable is the tortoise and the hare. Wait, what? I know, but I swear this isn't just lazy writing. Mostly. See, Roblox made a critical mistake, akin to the hare's nap, but I'll talk more about that in a second, because first, we need to discuss how the hare was soon far out of sight. See, the changes I just mentioned actually gave Roblox a massive boost in player count, especially with one demographic. But instead of relying on these kids wanting to play, they actually tricked them into manipulating their friends into playing. See, developers began abusing FOMO, or the fear of missing out, by adding limited drops and items. And it's widely studied that anxiety like this, especially regarding FOMO, can cause people to manipulate their friends into experiencing that same fear. But that only works for so long before people snap out of it. So in 2022, Roblox changed the discovery algorithm again to be even more personalized, as a way to get players to stick around for even longer. But the cracks had already formed, and the fatal flaw had already been committed. The tortoise, meanwhile, kept going, slowly but steadily. During this same time, Minecraft just kept doing what it knew. It added tons of new content, improved transparency with players, but above all, kept things the same. And I don't just mean keeping updates in line with what the game is, I mean, name another game where you can go back and play any version from your childhood. That alone makes Minecraft timeless. Even Fortnite understands the value of this, by bringing back the OG seasons every now and again. But, you know, with a nice dose of FOMO mixed in. If you keep up with Roblox's news, then you may think that the fatal flaw was the recently announced brand new publishing requirements for games, but it's not. Even though that literally requires you to have an active subscription and use ID verification in order to make a game playable by anyone under 16, which are both really concerning, especially when you refuse to actually do anything about games implementing these harmful techniques. It really just comes off as a way to shut kids out of getting their games in front of other people. You know, the thing that made Roblox special. But no, Roblox's fatal flaw was ignoring a quote that I've always tried to live by. So much so that it was actually my senior quote in high school. It's all about the game. Roblox became so focused on money, user retention, and actively avoiding the predator problem that they forgot the most basic principle of life. Unlike Minecraft, who stay true to what the game is, and every decision they make, a lot of the decisions they make are all about the game. When at last he did wake up, the hare now ran his swiftest, but he could not overtake the tortoise in time. But Minecraft isn't the perfect game at all, and it actually suffers from a very weird problem where playing multiplayer Minecraft feels lonely, even lonelier than single player. And to learn more about that, check out this video right here. Also, contrary to popular belief, the MC in my name doesn't stand for Minecraft. It stands for Yikes. My collarbone. I actually have broken my collarbone twice, but that's not what it stands for. Comment down below what you think it stands for, and I'll feature my favorite at the end of the next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time. Deuces.